Jumped in early there. I'm out of practice. It's a good old-fashioned coffee time. Yee-haw. I bet you're excited, aren't you? I thought we did, because I think we may have. Did we cover the Huw Edwards story back in the day? Did we cover the Huw Edwards story? Because it's all kicked off today, and it's quite a good one. For those of you who don't know, Huw Edwards is a BBC News reader. Again, high profile in the UK. Again, for those of you who don't know Huw Edwards, this is what he looks like. That's Huw Edwards. That's him doing a cover of Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. It's got me demonetised, but hey, who cares? We don't do this for the money. We do this for the lols. Huw Edwards, again, high profile fellow, works at the BBC, was put on garden leave because he spent, was it £35,000 procuring images from a crack-addled teenager. Hey, man's got to have a hobby. Mine's guitars. Ain't going to go to prison for that. But yeah, Huw Edwards, he first came to prominence for that, and of course they played the old mental health card, or mental health, and the news dropped on Monday that the CPS was prosecuting him. Now, CPS are in a bit of problem, in a bit of trouble, because everyone's saying, "How comes we've only just found out now?" Well, they did it because obviously Huw has got people friends in high places who wanted to keep this all hush hush. Apparently, even the BBC didn't know that he was being charged with the indecent images of young folk. Even the BBC said, "We didn't know." Now, again, Huw Edwards was suspended on full pay. He even got something like a £40,000 pay rise whilst he was off, and originally was cleared of any crime. And you go, wait a minute, you think, oh wait a minute, he's the guy he was getting images off was 17. That's still criminal. It's still criminal. Still criminal. But they said no. But now it's all come out, and it's even worse for Mr. Edwards. Even worse, because he had 7 Category A images. Those are the very worst kind. Again, I'm not going to describe, but it's the dark shit, But they reckon that the images showed youngsters aged between 7 and 14. Again, the charge is making indecent images. He didn't actually take the photos. It's whenever you receive a copy or download a copy, you've made an image, i.e. you've made a copy of the image. That's the way the law's phrased. He's not like that. But if you read the details of the case, he was sent these images by another paedophile via WhatsApp. So we can safely say that Huw Edwards was a member of a paedophile ring. Wow. That's frankly shocking. But yeah, today he pled guilty to 3 counts of making the images, again receiving them. And that was between December 2020 and August 2022. It's seen his missus as, well, let's say it's over. His marriage is over. His job is dead at the BBC, and yeah, I mean, this is what we got now. And you've got to remember, there were a number of people, high-profile people, that were defending him. Many journalists, John Sopel, Emily Maitlis, Owen Jones, the fella who plays Jonathan Pye, the fake newsreader, were all jumping to his defence and saying, mental health, blah 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 blah. Well, they're all very quiet on this. They're not saying, yeah, we got it wrong, because this is where we're at. And I'm no prude, I'm no prurient, I'm no Mary Whitehouse, but the normalisation of this kind of behaviour is everywhere. This is why we're in the position we're in, and it's the easy access to various images online. this is a problem that can never be reined back in, thanks to the internet. And they're saying he's facing like 10 years in prison. He'll probably, I don't know, will he get to prison? We don't know. But I'm going to quote the article here. The court heard that Edwards had been involved in an online chat with an adult man on WhatsApp between December 2020 and August 2021, who sent him 377 sexual images, of which 44 were of, well, children. And these were sent during a 2-month period. So again, this is it. This is why he pled guilty to the whole thing. And well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know when he's being charged. Does it say when he's being sent down? If he's been sent down, or will it be a suspended sentence? Because again, men have got suspended sentences for this. September the 16th. That's when he will be sentenced. And really, they do need to make an example of him and send him down. But with the prisons being full and the Labour government, following the Conservative government, not making any attempt to build any more prisons, you know, you kind of fear that he's going to get a slap on the wrist or on the arse. He'd probably enjoy that. But yeah, since our last coffee time like this, we got a new government. We've got a Labour government, and they're looking to be just as awful as the Tory government. We're getting austerity 2.0. We're going to take we're taking the heating allowance away from the pensioners. Should have been means tested, and you know, not going to build any new hospitals, but again, loads of homes. Could be building loads of homes because ka-ching, got to keep the landlords happy, and the shareholders of all those building firms happy. So. Yeah, it's going to be a bumpy ride. They're saying that there's a 22 billion black hole in the economy. That's as may be, but there's plenty of ways of solving that problem. There are various tax loopholes and whatnot. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens there. I haven't been on the Daily Mail website today because I haven't. But we got Olympic gold at the women's quadruple sculls. That's a boating event, so that's good. What else have we got? Summer motorway mayhem. Of course, this is Britain's 220 miles of roadworks. Of course. Why not? Motorists going on trips were delayed by motoring work going over stretches of the M1, M3, M4, M5, M6, M20, M25 and M27. There we go. Got a nice little infogram. God, I'm out of practice. There we go. So don't go anywhere, folks. I keep telling you, stay at home. Stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. Just stay at home. So just, you know, the weather's fairly nice. Just go for a nice walk instead. Yeah, we had this. This was something that came out earlier. This is what's known as the sarcopod. I don't know if you look at this. Look at that. You know what that is? That is a pod in which you can climb into and commit suicide. Yeah, there's a single button which allows you to trigger your own death. It's like something from Futurama, isn't it? Well, the first woman who was due to use this, Jennifer McLaughlin, here she is. Like I said, she was due to use the said pod. She's an American, and she'd travelled to Switzerland to use the sarcopod. But yeah, she didn't end up using it because, again, it's a controversial device. What is it? Doesn't it use something like carbon dioxide or something? Yeah, oh, it fills with nitrogen. That's it, to starve the occupant of oxygen. And yeah, So, but she didn't end up using it. But instead, she's got help from another assisted dying organisation, and I think they still want somebody to try it out. Fancy doing that. And yeah, the interesting thing about the Sarco pod is it's 3D printed. Don't we live in a wonderful world? Don't we live in a wonderful world? Again, my opinion on euthanasia, yeah, but it should be highly, highly regulated. Highly regulated. So there we go. What else have we got? We've got some jail news, some court news here. This is the story of Narinder Kaur. She is one of the UK's most prolific shoplifters. Here she is. She's looking sad because she got caught. She got caught, she did. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? But yeah, she defrauded high street stores out of £500,000 in what's described as a tsunami of dishonesty on an Olympian scale. And it was like they described it as a full-time job. She travelled around the country and she fooled shops into giving her refunds for items she actually stolen. So she'd take the items and return them, obviously pretending not to have the receipt, and she'd get the cash for them. And but yeah, they reckon she targeted top retailers more than 1,000 times during her 4-year crime spree. But she has a long history of offending, and she started as a teenager. But yes, she has now been sentenced to 10 years in prison in her absence after refusing to leave her jail cell. But yeah, the defendant, she's also known as Nina Tiara. They've also got a nom de plume, and we've actually got some CCTV of her in action. There we go. There she is, doing the do. Oh God, good. It's good work if you can get it, isn't it? See, you steal the item, you take it back, and you get the money. Genius. It's a genius. But yeah, it describes all the money she made. God blimey. Here we go. Now we've got, this is relationship news. Yeah. Do you remember we used to do? It's been a long time. It's like slipping on an old pair of slippers, it is, or underpants, depending on how you feel. Remember, slippers are evil. Slippers are evil. It's in the title. Slippers. You are going to slip over. You're going to fall down the stairs. You are going to kill yourself. So don't wear slippers. I'm very anti-slipper. Very, very anti-slipper. This is an article by Tracy Cox. She is a relationship person thing. I don't know. And yeah, she's spoken to three mistresses, and she says this is what they want to tell all you married ladies out there whose husbands are playing away, right? So the first one is called Emily, and she's a journalist, and she said, "I want to say sorry. I didn't mean to fall in love with your husband." There you go. So at least they're apologetic. That's one out of the way. Yeah, and it's just. We've got the professional mistress as well. Most men seek me out because they have a kink. She's a professional dominatrix, you see, and their wife isn't interested in it. Actually, that's given them too much credit. Well, again, the thing is all you got to do is get your missus rolled up a bit. She'll slap you around. So you got to be clever. You got to be clever. Yeah. So there we go. What else have we got? Can't do that one. Or that one. There's a lot of horrible news out there. Meanwhile, in Europe, they don't like the tourists. And on the Greek island of Santorini, the locals are revolting. No, it's just the way they are. Apparently, the local officials have told the locals to keep out of the tourist way and let them get on with it. But they don't like it because tourists gather in Santorini to watch the sunset, and this annoys them. Okay. And now, because the local politicos have said, leave them alone, the locals said, we're going to leave. Yeah, they've threatened to leave the Greek island. Resident owner Killick said there are too many tourists, and he says that they leave rubbish behind and sometimes even a bad smell. He says it's hard for locals to live here. The roads are too crowded and the traffic is much worse. It's bad for the environment and the cost of everything is out of control. Locals cannot pay prices as they've gone up. And he's a hotel worker. Wait a minute, isn't that like the turkeys voting for Christmas? So no tourism, or do they want to really closely? If you regulate tourism, then your margins are going to be so small. He's going to have to take a pay cut. But yeah, but you've seen this a lot around Europe, in Spain. The tourist hotspots, the Spanish are having a go at the tourists, and I don't know what to make of it. It's bonkers. They're blaming over tourism, but without the tourists, their economies are going to collapse. I wish I could get my head around it, but I think everybody's just really upset at the moment about everything. Everyone's just got to calm down. Mind you, if everyone stayed at home and got the kind of t-shirt tan that I get just by walking the dog, everything would be fine. Stay at home, everyone. Stay at home. That's my advice. What else have we got? I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that one. Right. Again, there's no good news. I don't know about animal stories. We're not even going to get there. Oh, wait a minute. No, I've seen an animal story. God, thank God for that. I was getting a bit worried. Hilarious signs. Daily Mail, you haven't failed me. It is like slipping on an old pair of underpants. Bored Panda have stolen these images, and the Daily Mail stolen it from them, and I'm liberating them. I'm like a modern day Robin Hood. Can you believe it? Here we go. This is the first one. This is outside an off licence in the UK, BWS. It says, my dad died when I couldn't remember his blood type. As he died, he kept insisting, be positive, but it's hard without him. Aha, how I chortled. Where do you want to go? I don't care. Bar and grill. Of course. It's Tim. We are not yelling. We're having a normal conversation. We are Italians. Mamma mia! That's a spicy meatball. Due to the rise in temperature, we will no longer be accepting dollar bills from your bra. Oh, Jesus. Quite reasonable. Welcome to Alston. Please die slowly. God's waiting room, eh? That's in Cumbria in England. We have a blowtorch next to a mini fire extinguisher. That's sensible. Don't stop. Be leaving. Get it? That's for all you Journey fans out there. Zoo rules: those who throw object stones at the crocodile snakes will be asked to retrieve them. I scream, you scream, the police come. It's awkward indeed. Think, do it right. The first time, plan ahead. Yeah, they didn't plan ahead. There's a lesson to be learnt there. Open box before eating pizza. That is almost like, that's like philosophy, isn't it? That's philosophical, that is. And finally, did you know Kansas City welcomes 25 million annually? Blimey, it must be like the Blackwall Tunnel up there. So there we go. And they all went in dry. Oh, now I've got to scroll back down to where I was. Where did I go? Where did it all go wrong? All right, we'll see if this affects the old stats. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So I'm just looking. I'm going to hold that story in reserve because I just want to look at something else. Oh, good news for you in Scotland. If you're a rapist. Oh, good news if you're a rapist in Scotland. The Scottish Sentencing Council, which was set up by the NMP, God bless them. What happened to them, eh? What happened to them? If you're a ne'er-do-well, if you're a muck rapist, your sentences could be reduced to as short as 4 years under new guidelines planned by the Scottish Sentencing Council, which was set up by the SNP. It's consulting on proposals for jail times for 4 to 13 years for rapists, with a form of life sentence for only the most dangerous offenders. So your minimum term is 4. So would you do after that? Could be out in 2. Isn't that good? Isn't that good news for you? No? Okay. I've got some health news here. There's a new blood test for male infertility, and it uses AI to look at the hormones in a sample of blood, and it can show whether you're indicative of having a low sperm count, and I reckon it's got 74% accuracy. Remember, here we love sperm, so there we go. And I've never had any problem. Me and Mrs. have only ever had sex twice. Got 2 kids, so I'm not firing blanks. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. It's because I'm oh no, I can't do that one. Sorry, this animal cruelty story. Didn't want to see that. They shouldn't put the video on the front page. Okay, let's go to the world of stupid and how common sense is winning. This is the story of Harrison Tinsley. Here he is. As you can tell, he is from the US of A. And he's from California, to be precise. And he's just announced the news. Right, he's been in a years-long legal battle with his ex-girlfriend to get full custody of his son Sawyer. And he's had online fundraisers for his legal fees and everything. And yeah, he's managed to get full access to his boy. I mean, they've got pictures here, but they've blurred the boy's face. That's those little pointing. I suppose we could show him. He's won full custody. And one of the sticking points was that his ex-partner used to force his son to be raised as non-binary. Yeah, she used to force him to wear dresses and wear makeup. Yeah. But yeah, they separated early, and he didn't see his son until he was 15 months old. But yeah, the boy's mother began same-sex relationship and started to identify as non-binary and treating Sawyer as non-binary as well. Yeah, and they put him in dresses and makeup, and she threw Sawyer at a girl-themed party for his 2nd birthday. And yeah, thankfully, he's won. Yeah. The settlement came after Child Protective Services did an investigation and recommended that Tinsley get full custody of the boy and the boy's mother undergo full drug and alcohol testing. Well, there you go. What strange times we live in. No such thing as non-binary. And if there was, you'd be creating a binary, i.e. those that are binary and those that are non-binary. So it's an oxymoron. Ow, it makes your brain hurt. That's what it's meant to do. Don't question it. Don't question any of it. Oh, more anti-tourist sentiment. This is from Majorca. And the message is clear. Kill a poorist. Oh, so they changed their mind. Changed their mind. It's tourist, not poorist. Would make sense if it was a poorist. Though I suppose if you worked in a bar, you could be a poorist. I suppose so. But yeah, that's the anti-tourism protests that are sweeping through Spain. Has hit Mallorca. And yeah, here they are. There's people protesting. They don't like the money. They don't like the tourist money. Do you get the feeling that we are going stupid? But part of this is to do with Airbnb and many Spanish homes being given up to Airbnb. Now, that's not the visitors' problem. They really should be taking on the Spanish locals who are putting up their own homes for Airbnbs. And yeah, see, it's just crazy out there, isn't it? Just bonkers. What else have we got? Any more? Oh, how do you fancy a beach hut, missus? Do you fancy? I'm not going to make her watch this. I'm going to pretend I haven't done coffee time, so I don't have to watch this. We're going down to Swanage in Dorset, and here we go. It's up for sale. We've got some pictures. Here we go. Here it is. Oh, doesn't it look nice? There's no electricity. There's no anything. That's it. That's all you're getting. You get some hooks, some shelves, and a bench. But it's got a lovely view of the sea at North Beach in Dorset. And look, you can even bring a croissant. But there are thousands of pounds in ground rent to pay. But looks lovely. What's that? How much is it? How much is it? It's a bargain. It's a snip. This is £70,000 for an 8-foot by 5-foot timbered cabin in Swanage down in Dorset, and 70 grand for a hut. Why not? Right, we can wind up now. Have I done a lot? Oh God, I've done too much already. Here we go. We're doing, and so we're going to do two. We've got two animal stories. Scientists in Hungary are reporting that domestic dog breeds, their brains are shrinking. Yeah, it's true. The dog's brains are getting smaller, according to scientists in Hungary. But they reckon it's because it's living with us. And domestic dog brains have evolved to become smaller because they don't have to think about anything, because they have food, they have shelter, you know. And meanwhile, their wild counterparts have slightly larger brains because they have to think. So yeah, here's a picture of a dog's brain. Look at that. Fascinating, isn't it? Unless you get a border collie. To get a border collie, and they've got plenty of brain. The study has been led by Lazio Garamzegi from the Institute of Ecology and Botany in the Centre for Ecological Research in Hungary. He says the dog is a canid species that was domesticated from its ancestral species, the grey wolf, at least 15,000 years ago. Over 500 breeds of dogs exist today, and the overall pattern is the relative brain size is dramatically reduced in dogs compared to the ancestral species of the grey wolf. Well, yeah, because the grey wolf hunts and, you know, has to be self-sufficient, so there's going to be some of that. But yeah, domestication, I reckon, has caused the dog's brain to reduce in size. They get paid for this research. It's common sense, and that's the grey wolf, one of the forebears, Canis lupus, of modern day dog breeds. There you go. Oh, look at this. This is a raccoon dog. This is a canid species that hibernates. Look at that. Now you'd think that was a raccoon, wouldn't you? But it's not. It's a dog. But don't worry, we're going to Caerphilly in that Welsh Wales, for we have some footage. We have a video, and I'm just hoping that there's not an advert. There's an advert. Just waiting for the advert. It's good though. It's good. not the advert. Maria Smith managed to get this footage and uploaded it onto social media, and I'm just waiting for this very boring advert to very boring. Are we doing it now? Oh no, it's still doing this thing. And here we go. There you go. Come on, advert. Go on, sod off, advert. Look at that. Probably thinking, what is it? Well, it's a 1 in a million albino squirrel. Look at that. Whoa. Mind the bus. Get the bus out of the way. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? He's on the run now. Oh, there he is. He's over there. So there you go. Isn't that amazing? An albino squirrel. It's good to see that there are still animal stories out there. There he is. He's holding his nuts in his little paws. That's what all squirrels do. But Kevin Hart says he spotted the animal once or twice a week. He said he lived here for 2 years. I saw him as soon as I moved in. He said, I've lived here for 2 years. He said sometimes he runs across the roof of the old con club that's at the bottom of the lane. And there we go. And here he is in mid-run. Oops, let's pull that picture up. Oh, it's a bit grainy, I'm afraid, but trust me, look at that. He's in mid-sprint there. Albino squirrel. See, that's what you want. Shall I bother to see if there's anybody in the chat room? There's nobody in. There's nobody in. Nobody's watching. It's a beautiful thing. There's only 1 viewer, 2 likes. See, nobody cares about coffee time. Huw Edwards and everything. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to sign off now. Don't forget to like and share this video. Not everybody's watching. Coffee time is dead. Nobody wants it. And yeah, and that viewer's just disappeared too. Anyway, I'll be off then. That was the news. You know, you've got to drink it out. Ta-ta.